After 4 inconclusive elections in 2 years, Israel finally decided on a government. But as we speak, a plantation issue has thrown the entire coalition into a crisis. A controversial tree planting program resumed in the south of the country. Tensions arose shortly when those opposing the resumption started to protest. On the third day of protest, clashes began between the demonstrators and the police. At least 11 people have been arrested so far, and 18 more people were detained a day before. Following the crisis, the program was halted by Israel's welfare minister. Meir Cohen has now brokered a temporary deal with the group agitated by the plantation program. It has also been decided that all heavy machinery will be removed from the site while the talks are ongoing. The country's foreign minister Yair Lapid condemned the clashes and urged all sides to stay calm. He further said that the government has a right to plant trees, but it should not harm livelihoods in the process. The planting resumed under heavy police guards because protest intentions were expected. A tribe called the BEDOUIN has now demonstrated against the program in the past as well. This Arabic-speaking tribe believes that the program is aimed at encroaching upon their lands. But the government has said that thousands of people from this tribe are living on a publicly owned land, which is meant for foresting activity. The Bedouin has now a contentious relationship with the state. For decades, the government has sought to move them into recognized planned cities, but nothing has happened so far. One of the coalition partners is the Raham Party, which has been traditionally against the plantation program. Some leaders of this party were also expected to join the talks. Mansour Abbas, who is the head of the Arab Party, has threatened that if the forestation activity continues, then his party will stop voting for the coalition. But remember, with a razor-thin parliamentary majority of 61 seats in the 120-seat Knesset, the coalition is reliant on RAM support. So the program has set off a coalition crisis, with the Islamist Raham Party on one side and the Naftali Bennett right-wing party on the other. The opposition seems to be using this conflict in its favor. They are calling the government weak in the face of pressure arising from these Arab legislators. Now, for more on this story, our correspondent Jody Cohen has been tracking all developments. She reports now from a plantation area in Israel's Kadima region. Take a look.
I'm standing in a KKL-JNF forest, much like the one that is planned for the Negev, bringing forestation to the desert. However, the Bedouin community who live nearby in structures that were built without planning permission on state land are concerned that they could be moved on. This follows decades of attempts to offer housing to the Bedouin community in recognised planned cities, which many rejected, not wanting to move to a nearby area. Now the tree planting plans have the potential to upset the fragile coalition government, with RAM, whose voter base is the Bedouin community, refusing to vote while discussions on this issue take place. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.